Round 11 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the Fiat Professional MXGP of Lombardia at Ottaviano. In MX2 Race 1, Jorge Prado grabbed his 12th foxhole shot of the season. And into turn 2 is closely followed by Thomas Covington, Ben Watson, Henry Jacobi, and David Puches. Jonass was about 7th place in the early stages, but quickly started to make his way through into 3rd. He made a good pass on Ben Watson, but the Khmer Yamaha rider denied the Latvian. He had to wait another couple of corners before he made the pass stick. Gautier's teammate to Watson had a scary moment, but he would survive to stay in 5th for a few laps longer. Thomas Cairoli on the charge made a move on David Puches to get himself into 6th place, but on lap 8, Thomas Covington made a decisive move around the outside of Jorge Prado on the Red Bull KTM, whilst Jonass was struggling with the conditions. 1 or 2 mistakes started to creep into the Latvian's game, and that allowed Ben Watson to close in the final stages. But Thomas Covington, though, crossed the line for his 3rd win of the season in race 1. MXGP race 1, and Tony Cairoli grabbed his 12th foxhole shot of the season as well. He ran it wide, but did just enough to stay ahead of Romain Febvre on the Monster Energy Yamaha. In 3rd was Valentin Guillot on the standing construct KTM, as De Sal, though, quickly followed around the outside and got into 3rd place. Jeremy Seewer and Jeremy Van Horbik, the Wilvo and Monster Yamahas, almost touched and banged bars, but Wilvo, Yamaha of Seewer, was quickly on the charge. De Sal made it a great move, an aggressive move down the inside on his Kawasaki to force past Febvre, and he was quickly followed through by the 99 of Anstie, and shortly after that, Febvre fell. He would pick himself up in 6th and would eventually come home in 5th. This is as close as Anstie got to De Sal as they battled over 2nd position, and on the final lap, Anstie just lost sight of his line, lost the front end. He would remount in 3rd. Cairoli won, though, for the 4th time from De Sal. MX2 race 2. And guess what? It was Jorge Prado once again with the foxhole shot. 13 now for the season for the Spaniard. Closely followed by Thomas Covington, Thomas Cairoli, Bas Farsen, and Simone Fillotti. Prado, though, made a dash for it at the head of the field. He put everybody else under pressure. Calvin Verlanderen found his way past Henry Jacobi to move his HRC machine into 5th, past the STC Racing Husqvarna. And then he quickly went past Bas Farsen as well. But not in the mood for messing around. The 919 Khmer Yamaha of Watson made a move on Verlanderen to get into 5th, ran off track, but then a lap later found his way back past the South African to get himself into 5th, which is where he would stay. Second half of the race, though, not so good for Thomas Covington. He was passed by his Rockstar Energy Husqvarna teammate, Thomas Cairoli. That was for 2nd. And then a lap or so later, Jonass also threw on his Red Bull KTM. A big moment, though, for Covington. He almost fell through the front door. He managed to stay there in 4th place, though, but it was a 7th race win of the season for Jorge Prado. Thomas Cairoli 2nd, Jonass 3rd, Covington and Watson rounded out the top 5, and it was a 5th Grand Prix victory of the year for Jorge Prado. Thomas Covington 2nd, Jonass 3rd, and guess what? Now it is so tight in the championship chase in MX2. Jonass now has a 9-point advantage over his teammate, Jorge Prado. It's now just 9 points between the Latvian and the Spaniard. Thomas Cairoli still 3rd, but Jonass continues to lead as we head to Indonesia.
Yeah, if I want to fight for this title, I need to do well in every kind of condition. So I'm really happy with the win and try to keep it rolling, try to keep this momentum that we are having during the races. And today was extremely hard, but we could handle to stay up front and gain some points. So I'm super happy about this.
MXGP race 2. It looked like it was going to be another Tony Cairoli foxhole shot, but on closer inspection, it was actually Kevin Strybos on the standing construct KTM who grabbed his first foxhole shot of the season. By turn 3, though, Tony Cairoli was past Commander Sal, and by 4, he was in front of Kevin Strybos. De Sal was 3rd, and in 4th position was Glenn Koldenoff, Tim Geiser, Nagel and Febvre. Tony Cairoli he was either a look down or a look back as he hit the far jumps, but there was a lot of changes of position in the early stages of the race as everybody sorted themselves out. DeSalle and Gautier banged bars as Cairoli fell from the lead to 4 on lap 2. That meant that Kevin Strybos was your new leader. Gautier was second, but on lap 3, the HRC rider found his way into the lead. Strybos stayed in second for a lap, but then Cairoli made his move as DeSalle fell. He picked himself back up, and on lap 5, Tony Cairoli took his Red Bull KTM past Gautier for the lead. DeSalle, though, not so fortunate. He fell from 8 as he was charging back through the field. He would eventually pick up 1 championship point in a brave ride in race 2. Romain Fevre on the Montreal's Yamaha lost 2 positions in 1 corner, and he went from 4th to 6th as Anstie and Siwa both charged through. Siwa lucky not to clean out both riders a lap or so later with that mistimed attempt at a pass. Cairoli went on to win the race. That's his 5th race win of the season. Tim Geiser was second. Paulin, Anstie, Siwa were your top 5. Cairoli took his 2nd Grand Prix win of the season, his 1st since round 3 at Red Sand in Spain. Paulin and Anstie, the 2 Rockstar Energy Husqvarnas, joining the Red Bull KTM of Tony Cairoli on the podium here in Lombardia, round 11. And with no Jeffrey Hurlings, Tony Cairoli has reduced the gap at the top of the championship to 12 points.
I know the track is very tough and it's hot, so I could try to come back. Team was strong the first laps, I have to say. It was difficult to pass him, but we had some good battle and it was good for the public, and thanks to all the public to come watch us.